Drew is on with us. Good morning, Drew.
Good morning.
Good morning. How can we help you, Drew?
I'd like to rework a couple of my beds, and I need to know when I can cut off my daffodils or remove them, and when can I move a peony?
Okay, two different answers. On the bulbs, if you can, and can put off, shall we say, the major reworking, try to let the daffodils, tulips, and hyacinth and all of those flowers mature in foliage. The reason for that is that they are rebuilding at this point in time from the energy expended for the beauty of several weeks ago, and they need to have the full period of no less than 8 weeks in most cases to regenerate properly for the following year. Now, every once in a while, push comes to shove, and you can't wait that long. But certainly try to wait at least 6 weeks. And then on those areas where you can plant annuals in between and so on, get the annuals in May 15, June 1, and then let the bulb just simply die down in between the annuals as they're growing up and get a nice transition. Now, that I got off on. What was the other part of your question?
When's the best time to move a peony?
Oh, yes. August 15, if you pick a day. Now, that, of course, is variable, but that's the period of time when, again, the peony has done about all it's going to do for itself and us by the middle of August. The sun has beat down on them, we hope, because they're a full sun type plant. Handling some shade. But in any event, they will have matured, if you want to put it that way, and it's at that point that I feel it's safe and comfortable to move them. Now, if you're reworking your beds and you have to move a peony, at this point in time, I would literally dig out the whole big clump and reset it, and try to be generous at the sides. You won't have to go too terribly deep. 12 inches is usually about deep enough for a clump of peonies, but stay wide because the tubers. Tubers? Yes, I think they're tubers. Grow out to the sides and a little bit down, and you don't want to chop in and leave parts in the soil. So move the whole clump, disturbing it as little as possible. In the middle of August, if you wish, when you move them at that point in time, you can dig, you can divide, and my system of division on a peony is to take a strong stream of water and literally blast off all the soil so it's right down to the bare roots, if you will. And then you can cut and tell where each tuber has a neck on it with 3 to 5 eyes, being buds in the other terminology, and you can divide them at that point in time and be quite successful in not injuring them. So right now, if you have to, clump them out, set them back in again. If you can, on certain areas, wait until August, you should do that. But then as far as the when you're reworking a garden, it's awfully hard to do everything at one time, of course. And if you can, have the hole prepared for the peony before you get into the moving process, so you can make it a direct movement over into the new soil, filled in around, watered the day you plant, watered the next day, and so on, so that you don't disturb the clump any more than you have to. But, having been in the practice of landscaping and gardening and all for so many years, you flat out have to do things when you have to do them. So if it has to be done now, move the peony in a clump and cross your fingers, short prayer, and hope that it works out.